Okay, so let's look at first initial print quality. I didn't take a video of taking the pieces off because, well, you know, I use my phone and I'm not trying to be a YouTuber, but the print quality, you can see some gaps in the teeth there, but at a distance the teeth actually become quite good. You got this slight layer depth issue, and you can see the back here. So that's what the base looks like. Except this base might not look, you know, it's not bad. It's just that then when you look at this one, I mean, look at the base on this. This is extreme. This is about as good as it gets. And that is fantastic. And then you look at the top and you're like, what the fuck? What's going on here? I don't know yet. I've never even had this level of quality with the machines I used to use. Let's look at the tail. You know, you got some spots that aren't filled in. But again, this is base. So what I really want to talk about when it comes to 3D printing is extrusion. Extrusion is the amount of film that comes out. And so when you get really close, you can see that bottom layer. And these little things, you know, this is going to happen no matter what you do. Just minimal. There's a lot of heavy extrusion on the bottom layer, and that provided a lot of adhesion, but the problem can also go into the amount of glue you put on it if you use glue. And so the bonding here, you can see the extrusion lines, and they're weirdly overlapping actually. Whatever Bambu Lab uses. Anyway, you know, it came out and it's flat. Very good. What is this here? So this is some sort of other thing. You can see what they do. It's a lot of printers, you know, you're used to just shaving off that extra adhesion layer. You shave that. So you design whatever you're going to design. You're going to prepare for that, especially because, you know, you're not going to buy some sort of machine that's $150,000 to make a toy dinosaur. Here we got some funky shapes going on that don't look right. The top layer isn't matte and gloss, you know, I don't know what that is yet, but it is very, I mean, it's very good for how delicate something like this is. Like, that's, okay, that looks like it might be broken. Is that broken? Where's the other arm? I think it's supposed to, no, it's not broken. This is a T-Rex. It doesn't have two, though. They're supposed to have two. What else we got here? Oh, the print. I mean, the print quality is exceptional. But what are the issues? You know, how do you make something a little better? What is it that you want to think is better? So there's some gap right there. The thing prints so quickly that it just, honestly, I'm kind of shocked at maybe they face it better than it is. They like hide something, I don't know, but you can see it almost looks like it's woven, doesn't it? It's been a few years since I've used 3D printers. Looks like there's some, is that muck? Let's see, look at that, look in the middle there. So you got that issue of, I don't know if that's supposed to be there. It looks like it's not, right? Because you got this and that. Maybe it's supposed to clip in. The back isn't as perfect as I thought. It looks really pretty good to me. Except for up here. So this, it prints so quickly that I wish you could just control it on the screen like I could with the original printer I used. I thought I could do that so that I could get even higher. I don't care how long I have to wait. That I want. So normal people probably, and you can see here, you got another adhesion layer that you need to scrape off and work off, which is fine. As long as it's adhering and is doing it well. And that's slightly extra flow, actually. I didn't expect that. But, you know, that's how you get a very consistent adhesion, depending on, you know, because how warm it can be or how dry it is, or if you have older filament. Supposedly now they're sensitive to humidities. Here's another piece we can look at. It's pretty good. It's, you know, it's not as good as your imagination's ever gonna be. There's a big flop here, but it didn't break. So when I took this off, it didn't break, and it didn't warp either. That is very good. So what's the gist? The gist is that it's an exceptional machine. Let me look at it here. Here's the T-Rex head. This is supposed to be inside. They gave you two pieces to it. It does what it supposedly says it's gonna do, but so that's the top layer, and there are some pores there. See, you don't want that, which means that though this prescribes exceptional you know, accuracy, it's still missing some accuracy points. That should be filled, especially if that's an outer layer and it's not infill. So what do? You allow people to change certain things per layer. Every person needs to be able to customize. That's how you fix things like that, is that you would add just like a little infill right there. You know, it's gonna push it out into that direction. If you had vectoring nozzles, you know, that's probably gonna be the next step to get rid of stuff like that. But this piece, this is the most complex. Let's scrutinize this. So one issue, like I said, is the boundary layer. But if you look past the boundary layer, you focus there. So this one, right? Is it this one? One of them. It curves and then it curves outwardly again. So the flow rate at the top layer isn't equal through all layers. And then you got a hole there, but it's a toy. So adamantly, it has a lot of potential, and it's a good and great machine, especially for the price of what if you wanted to use this for any sort of production grade materials, that it's gonna still equate to profitability, most likely, if you're clever enough to be able. I don't know, I haven't gotten to Bambu Lab. Is Bambu Lab gonna allow me to adjust certain things yet? If it doesn't, I'll be very disappointed. What the fuck? I mean, seriously, what is that?